Hello everyone. This video tutorial will be on Tahr Pup 6.0.2. Tahr Pup is a Linux distribution. It's a live CD distribution. Live CD meaning that once you put the CD into your computer and boot it up, it will boot up to the memory. This is significant because for several reasons. The first one being that if you want to experience Linux without having to install it on your hard drive, you can use a live CD such as Tahrpup Linux, and then you can experience Linux without having to change anything on your computer. It boots up to your memory, and then from there you can just go through and look through the environment. So let's get started. Right now I'm putting it in a virtual machine environment, and it's being booted up as a VM, which is a virtual machine. So let me go ahead and finish the boot up, and it will start right now. If you don't press the enter button at the boot up screen, then it will boot up in a few seconds. I think it's about 10 seconds delay. So we'll go ahead and wait for it to come up, and then we'll continue our tutorial. Okay, it has come up to the environment, and this is Tahrpup Linux. So one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the screen so that we can look at it in a smaller view, so that my mouse will be able to get around a lot better. Okay, so this, and then this welcome screen comes up. We're going to go ahead and close that for now. So this is the environment of Tahrpup Linux. This is the desktop, and for all of you out there who are familiar with regular computers, maybe through Windows or even a Mac, you'll see your desktop here, and then you'll see your icons. All right. So before we begin, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and make an adjustment here. The first thing I want us to do today is go ahead and learn how to make an adjustment to our interfaces so that we can get online if we want to. Tahrpup Linux will not automatically recognize your equipment so that you can get online. You're going to have to configure it. But that's very simple to do. It's not a hard thing at all to do. You can configure your interfaces one of several ways. They're all going to be done through scripts, and these scripts are very simple to use and operate. First of all, if you come down here to the bottom, and I said it wouldn't recognize your equipment, it has recognized my wired interface, which is ETH0. If you come down here and you look at this icon right here, it does show that I have my wired interface activated, which is ET0 or ETH0. That's the wired interface. If it wasn't configured, then you'd see a red X over this icon here. So to go ahead and configure it, let's say you don't want to configure it for wired network access. Let's say you want to configure it for wireless network access. That'll be very simple. You just come over and you can choose one of several icons. You can choose the setup icon, or you can choose the connect icon. If you choose the setup icon, what you're going to do is left click on it once, go to internet, go to wired and wireless LAN, choose the first option here, which is simple network setup. And then right here you'll see your interfaces. Now if you happen to be on profiles, you might not see anything. So make sure that when you get to this point, you come over to the tab that says interfaces. You left click on it and you'll see your two interfaces. As you see, I have two. One of them is ETH0, that's the wired one, and then the WLAN 0, that's the wireless one. Now you're going to configure them both basically the same way. Okay, but let's go ahead and take the WLAN 0 as an example. If you want to configure that, then you come over here to the button, you left click on WLAN 0. Then you're going to give it a few moments to pick it up. And then once it picks it up, it's going to pop up with some more information that you can choose to go ahead and get onto your wireless network. It takes a little bit. It just depends upon your system. So we have the simple network setup that comes up here. And if you look under wireless networks, you look for your network, your wireless network under your wireless name or whichever name you want to choose. Mine happens to be Error. You just go ahead and choose the wireless network by left clicking on it once, and then come down and choose the type of encryption that you want to use. So for me, it's going to be WPA, and then from there you just put in your password, and then you just click on connect, and then that'll go ahead and that'll connect you to your wireless network. All right, same thing for your wireless, for your wired connection as well. If you wanted to, you just go to the wired connection, which for us again is ETH0. You left click on it. It's going to do a scan of that, and then it's going to come up and say it was successfully connected. See, there you go. And then from there, you are connected to your internet. All right. That's one way of connecting to it. I believe we got there through setup. Yeah, we went there through setup. The other way, you can just come down here to this icon that says connect, left click on connect, and again it'll bring up the same interface. Remember, it says here in profiles we do have one interface that shows up. If you have more than one interface and you don't see it, go to the interface tab, left click on it, and you'll see both of your interfaces. And from here you can just go ahead and do the same thing. As a matter of fact, it does give you an extra option. You can choose one of these interfaces and disconnect them or disconnect them. Okay, so that's basically how you would do that. And then you just go ahead and click quit. And then once you've configured your interface to get online, you just come over to the icon that says browse, left click on browse, and then your browser will come up. The browser for Tahrpup Linux is Pale Moon. And you can choose to either make it your default browser or not. It doesn't matter. That's a personal preference only for you. So you decide which way you want to do that. So thank you very much for looking at this video. That concludes our tutorial for how to boot up Tahrpup Linux and configure the interfaces. Thank you very much for watching this video, and you have a good day.